Coinage Part 2. Pre-colonial India and princely states. Coins of princely states. The decline of the Mughal Empire commenced soon after the death of Aurangzeb. For a while, the military successes of the Marathas gave rise to the feeling that they would fill the vacuum left by the Mughals and don the imperial mantle. This was not to be. In the anarchy that followed, regional forces tended to reassert themselves, and states with ancient antecedents, many of which had been independent during medieval times, like the states of Rajputana, re-emerged. The dilution of central authority prompted provincial governors of the Mughals to assume independence, e.g., the states of Awadh and Hyderabad. The turbulence of the times also gave rise to military adventurers who through force carved out kingdoms for themselves, like Scindia, Gwalior, and Hyder Ali, Mysore. Finally, there were states of convenience, titular states whose ruling dynasty was supported either by the British, e.g., the Wodyars, or the regional hegemon in the interest of high politics. When the British Crown took over the administration from the East India Company in 1858, there were over 100 princely states which were issuing coins nominally in the name of the Mughal emperor. With the deportation of the last Mughal emperor Bahadur Shah to Rangoon, the native rulers gradually replaced the Mughal super-inscriptions on their coins with the name or portrait of the Queen of England as an expression of acceptance of British supremacy. Some coins like those of Mewar inscribed the word, Dosti London, i.e., Friends of London, on their coins. The British over time curtailed the rights of the native states to strike their own coins. Coins of Marathas. While the Marathas have had a long history, they came into the limelight in the 17th century led by the charismatic leader Shivaji. The Maratha Confederacy consolidated itself after Aurangzeb's death in 1707 AD. Their military successes saw them overrun most of India by 1738 AD. With the decline of central power, Maratha families established the states of Baroda, Gwalior, Indore, etc. As regards coinage, Shivaji first issued coins in 1664 AD when he assumed the title of Raja. Coins were again issued to commemorate his coronation at Raigad in 1674 AD. These coins are rare. Maratha mints and coinage were consolidated around the middle of the 18th century. Three types of rupees were in circulation during this period, viz. the Hali Sikka, the Ankushi rupee which was the standard rupee of Pune, and the Chandori rupee which was on par with the Ankushi. Coins of Mysore. The kingdom of Mysore was situated in southwest India and was ruled by various Hindu dynasties. In 1761, Hyder Ali, a military adventurer, deposed the Wodyar ruler and proclaimed himself king. In the region, coins of both the Mughal and Vijayanagar standards were current. His coin issues coins of the pagoda types continued to carry the motifs and iconographic forms of the Vijayanagar period, e.g., Hara Gauri, with his initial, the letter, he, on the reverse. Tipu, his son, succeeded him and assumed the title of Sultan. He introduced various innovations and new varieties in his coinage, continuing with the pagodas, the mohurs, and introduced his own standards. An interesting feature of his coins is that they do not bear his name. Tipu Sultan, a progressive ruler, was one of the few Indian princes to perceive the imperial designs of the British and oppose them. He, however, was slain in the Battle of Srirangpattanam in 1799, after which the British reinstated Krishna Raja Wodyar as king of Mysore. Coins of Sikhs. Guru Nanak laid the foundations of a religious community, which gradually metamorphosed into the Sikh Empire, a formidable military power in northwestern India. The whole tract of land between Jhelum and Sutlej was divided among the Sikh chieftains. Around 1777 AD, coins were issued from Amritsar without the name of the Mughal emperor and were called Nanak Shahi. These coins bore the name of Guru Gobind Singh, the 10th and the last guru of the Sikhs. The most distinguished statesman amongst the chieftains was Ranjit Singh, who successfully recaptured Amritsar, Ludhiana, Multan, Kashmir and Peshawar. Most coins struck during the reign of Ranjit Singh bear a large leaf on one side and bear Persian legends. He also introduced coins with Gurumukhi legends, mostly of the copper variety. Coins of Hyderabad. The princely state of Hyderabad was founded around 1724 when Mir Kamar ud Din, the Mughal viceroy of the Deccan, assumed independence under the title of Asaf Jah and founded the dynasty of the Nizams of Hyderabad. In the post-1857 era, the state of Hyderabad was one of the largest princely states in India and later came to be known as the Dominion of His Exalted Highness, the Nizam. The state, which covered territories presently included in Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, and Karnataka, was assimilated into the Indian Union in September 1948. In matters of currency and coinage, the coins of the Nizams were issued in the name of the Mughal emperor till 1858, when a coin legend was introduced with the name of the founder of the state, Asaf Jah. Thereafter, they were struck independently and the new coins were termed the Hali Sikka, i.e., the current coins. In 1903–04 coins were machine-struck for the first time. British India. Early English settlements in India had three broad grouping: those in Western India, Bombay and Surat; those in South India, Madras; and those in the eastern province of Bengal, Calcutta. Early English coins accordingly developed along three broad strands in consonance with the local acceptability of the coins for the purposes of trade. The coins of Bengal were developed along the Mughal pattern, those of Madras were struck along South Indian lines both in design and metrology, pagoda, as well as along Mughal designs. The English coins of Western India developed along Mughal as well as English patterns. It was only in 1717 AD that the English obtained permission from the Emperor Farrukhsiyar to coin Mughal money at the Bombay Mint. English pattern coins were struck at the Bombay Mint. By the early 1830s, the English had become the dominant power in India. The rise of one dominant power after over 100 years of turmoil enabled the enactment of the Coinage Act of 1835 and for uniform coinage to be issued. Newly designed coins with the effigy of William IV on the obverse and the value on the reverse in English and Persian were issued in 1835. The coins issued after 1840 bore the portrait of Queen Victoria. The first coinage under the Crown was issued in 1862 and in 1877 Queen Victoria assumed the title the Empress of India. Edward VII succeeded Queen Victoria and the coins issued bore his effigy. The Indian Coinage Act, 1906 was passed, which governed the establishment of mints as well as the coins that would be issued and the standards that would be maintained. Rupee 180 grains, silver 916.66 standard. Half rupee 90 grains, quarter rupee 45 grains. George V succeeded Edward VII. Acute shortage of silver on account of World War I led the British government to issue paper currency of 1 rupee and 2.5 rupees. The silver coins of smaller denominations were issued in cupro nickel. George V was in turn succeeded by Edward VIII. However, no coins were issued during his short reign. George VI ascended the throne in 1936. The compulsion of the Second World War led to experiments in coinage where the standard rupee was replaced by the quaternary silver alloy. The quaternary silver coins were issued from 1940. In 1947 these were replaced by pure nickel coins. India attained freedom on 15 August 1947. However, the existing coinage was continued as the Frozen series till January 26, 1950, when India became a republic. Thank you.